All right. Hey, what's up? Sorry that took a little while. I was busy talking about the latest episode of WandaVision. Shit's nuts. Let me tell you what. Wow. Good episodes every week. It's just constantly really, really just high quality television. Anyway, let's continue with our 9esque playthrough. All right. Let's see.
Oh, it's 9S and 2B, yes? Those machines caused quite the ruckus, don't you think? We need to talk.
Of course. I'll help however I can.
Yeah, we know all this stuff. Maybe I could just leave. No? Okay, I guess I have to talk about all this.
Aside,
You mean
for it?
Yes, there's a there.
Where is it?
If you
this?
yes to me?
I want to ask you something. Ask about the shop. Why is there a shop in your village, Pascal? It's not like you folks use money. Oh, we do. For us, simple materials take the role of currency. Each machine is an equal, which means the traditional capitalistic acquisition systems of the past don't work for us. Instead, our economy is focused on trading materials according to one's needs. It was a lesson we learned from mankind's past history. Most fascinating, don't you think? We've made it a point of emphasis to teach our children about different economic systems. You should speak to them if the subject is of further interest. I'd like to collect and bring back any information you find regarding the old world or your travels. What the? Let me up. Yeah, that looks like fun. What you doing? This kid's being weird. Yeah, I asked if he wanted a coin that's low value or one that's high value, and he said he wanted the worthless one. Seriously? Hey kid, I've got one coin that's worth a little and one that's worth a lot. Which one do you want? The little one. You sure about that? Yeah, because it looks cool. Thanks a lot. See, he's weird. Yeah, what a dummy. I'm a dummy? Thanks a lot. This little guy might have a bad mathematical processor. Or maybe his logic circuit's gone cross somehow. I should probably take a look inside. If your logic circuits are this advanced, why are you behaving like that? Well, I suppose there's no point in pretending anymore. It's simple, really. If I pretend to prefer smaller denominations of coins, the people around me are so entertained, they keep giving them to me. In this fashion, I am able to earn far more than I ever would if I asked for larger units of currency. There's an important lesson here. The more of a fool people take you for, the more you'll learn of their true nature. Oh, but keep this between us for now, alright? I need them to keep thinking that I'm slow. Here's a little hush bunny to smooth things over. What a genius!
I'm not sure I even know what it means to be smart anymore.
Reply unknown. Terms are too vague to formulate a reasoned response.
Photographs, parade escort number 2, machine examination 2.
I know it.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta reply to someone. with this. Yeah, WandaVision continues to be good. Like, that was a, I'm really impressed with what they're able to do with, like, the amount of time they have. And the amount of episodes, because apparently after this, there's only 3 more episodes for this season. And it's like, damn, they're not kidding. Like, they're giving these shows, like, the same amount of production quality and, like, the same kind of, what's it called? Well, not pacing, but escalation. Like, it's going somewhere, and I think it's really, really fascinating. I'm very happy that this show ended up being, like, as good as it is, because it was originally one of the ones that I wasn't nearly as interested in. But yeah, damn. Blow me away. I have nothing to do. Tell me a story. What? There isn't much we can tell you. Most of our data is classified. A story of the past would be fine. Tell me about how the city used to be. Well, I suppose we could try. The city was once home to a great number of humans. Numbers beyond counting? Something like that. Don't you remember driving them out of here? Humans were already gone at the time of my manufacture. All I know is ruin, and androids. Regardless, don't expect us to forgive you for the sins of your people. Machine lifeforms do not comprehend the concept of sin. Let's go, 2B. Alright. Head to the forest. Collect some mushrooms and whatnot.
Say, 2B,
What?
when do you think you'll be willing to call
hold
me
on a sec.
Nines?
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but... Man,
Yeah.
this job can be pretty rough sometimes, huh?
We don't get to choose our assignments, and you should work on keeping your opinions in check. Your Ha aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
I think some of us are better at that than others. This must be the commercial structure Pascal was talking about. The records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
No getting through here.
Maybe there's some kind of mechanism we could engage?
Just use the moose to
If we
ram
were
it.
human, we probably would have gone shopping and such here, right?
More meaningless conjecture.
You're so serious, 2B. You know that?
Alert. Multiple machine lifeforms detected above our position.
All hail the Forest King.
All hail the Forest King.
Who the heck is the Forest King?
You're getting distracted.
Well, what do you expect? I'm a scanner. Combat was never meant to be my forte.
You're doing pretty good right here, 9S. In terms of your combat capabilities.
Check this guy. He's just running away.
It's going to explode! Huh? Hey, where am I?
What's that?
Hey there, guys. What's up?
This thing's weird, 2B. Let's kill it.
Wait, what? No!
Good idea.
No!
Okay, what was that?
I can only, start Emil's,
Looks like the forest is just ahead.
secret quest line or whatever on the third ending, if I remember correctly. Or was it fourth? Third ending?
Aim for the
Third
enemy
ending.
androids. Engage battle mode. Now fight for your king.
Here they come. Better keep your guard up.
I'm aware of how to fight. You just be careful.
I will, 2B.
Ow. 256 years ago.
This forest we are stationed in. It is hot, humid, unhygienic, a punishing hell for machine life forms. None should have to live in such a place. I have decided I shall make this our kingdom and declare our independence. What's a kingdom? Well, it's sort of like a large house. And inside this house, all our people live together as family. Family. I suppose a family might be good. Yeah, families are good.
These machines.
They were talking about a king, right? I saw what looked to be a castle further in. Maybe we should take a look.
Mushroom? Pyrite. Damn it.
We must fulfill our obligation of falling back. This singular moment.
Whoops. Almost attacked that moose. Battle's ready. Excuse me. Oh no, oh no. What is it? A moose I have been caring for has fallen ill. I do not know how to repair it. You don't repair animals like you do a machine. But if it's sick, you should try giving it some medicine. Medicine? I am not familiar with this concept. Yeah, I suppose you wouldn't be. It'll probably be easiest to just bring you some. Try to hang on until then, alright? Oh, it's in the shopping mall. Right. That makes sense.
So we're vets now? That's new. I assume you have at least some idea where to start looking for animal medication?
We'll probably need to recreate old human recipes. We should be able to find something in the commercial facility ruins.
Ready, aim, thrust. Okay, next. Put your back into it.
You guys heard of this game called Valheim? Apparently it's making some headlines now. And I have heard of it a little bit. I don't know much about it. See a bit of it. Oh wait, this isn't the shopping mall. Never mind. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is the, Oh, right, this is a photograph.
Don't let up. The enemy has lost. Don't let any intruders get in. We must protect our king. Protect our king.
Survival Vikings. But there must be more to it, right? Like,
Okay,
Oop.
that's all the coordinates that Resistance member wanted.
because it's reached like huge numbers according to
I'll
this.
be honest though, I don't quite get why she
Reddit
cares
thread?
about these particular photos.
Everyone has memories that are precious for one reason or another. It's not for us to judge their value. They're important to her. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like $20. Maybe I try it out.
Intruders detected. Loyal knights, give your lives for the king of our forest. For the king of our forest.
Because it seems to be like a survival game, but with emphasis on being able to play single-player co-op and no PvP, which is
What
very
is with
attractive.
these guys?
Because
Don't
there's too many
listen to what
survival
they're
games that are
saying,
like
2B.
too PvP focused. I mean, I can always give it a try, see how it goes, and then hope that Steam refunds are okay if I end up not liking it. We'll see. I mean, I like Vikings. Viking Purgatory sounds pretty cool. There's a writing implement humans use to record information. Many humans used to really pens or mighty on the swords. That's insane. It was a common human idiom. Meaning unclear. This is a hygienic tool known as a toothbrush. Humans moved it back and forth across the teeth at a rapid rate to reduce the probability of cavities. Cavities? As in caves? Cavities are bits of decayed enamel caused by acids in the mouth. The cave analogy is not altogether inaccurate. Well, it's got nothing to do with us. Rust was still popular? I don't know. I don't know what's in it. Contents of the books are contained in my internal database. Huh. What? Why did you tell us when we first started looking for it? Request for information was not submitted. Well, this has been a glorious waste of time. Let's just make the medicine and get back to that machine. A glorious waste of time. Take a look at Steam here, because I'm curious. If there's like, if there's some good shit, then I'd be interested in doing it, right? So build and sail ships, house and base building, all right. Sure, dedicated servers, 2 to 10 players. That's pretty cool. Well, the world looks pretty cool. Oh, hey, it's published by Coffee Stain. Then maybe that's a sign of quality. Just FYI, Coffee Stain published stuff like Deep Rock Galactic, Sanctum 2, and Goat Simulator. Oh, and Satisfactory. Oh. Oh, Senny owns this game. Maybe I should ask him about it. Oops. Clicked on my Total War shortcut. Just exit out that there. Okay. Oh no, I killed the moose by jumping off. Oh no, he's fine. He's still alive. Is he? Nope, he died. Let me take his meat. No, I'm going the wrong way. Here?
Ready, intruders. Get in formation now. Take position. Keep going. Don't be afraid.
Medicine. Thank you. I will administer it immediately. The medicine seems to have worked. She's sleeping soundly. Good to hear. Animals are strange creatures. Unlike us, they cannot be easily repaired. It must be difficult to possess such inconvenient bodies. However, unlike us, they are also warm. So I've heard. Before I forget, please take this as payment for the medicine. Come again. We will be waiting. Oh. Okay, so how do I get to this other quest? Oh, it's like in the bottom. I'll just have to find my way down there.
How are we supposed to reach that castle?
Can I just jump down here and, like, float all the way down? I actually don't remember if I ever went down here before, so... Guess there's only one way to find out! Let's get closer to where the quest marker is first, and then attempt this suicide. Or not. Looks like there's a way down here. Ooh, that would have been really messy. Oh no, did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? Oh no, we're good. Oh, you're androids, yes? Then you must be here to kill me. I have lived long enough. I only ask that you not make it too painful. Spare her. Why do you not strike? Because you have no desire to fight. You're like the machines in Pascal's village. If you don't attempt to harm us, we have no cause for quarrel. You know Pascal? I see. Still, you should be careful. Of what? Some of our kind can be violent. They are beyond our control. They attack everything they see, be it friend or foe. Many of these machines are waiting in the canyon ahead. You would be wise to keep your distance.
Machines attacking indiscriminately.
Proposal. Unit 2B should eliminate the hostile machines.
Look at all the corpses. Is this some kind of graveyard?
Funny, we were already down here before, but now it's like... Yes, let's talk about it now.
Watch out. They're still alive.
I'm on it. There's more.
Kill such pain. Kill me.
What's it saying?
Don't listen to it, 2B.
Kill me. Please kill me.
Shit, Fuck. What? I didn't even touch that. Fuck you, game.
What was with that thing?
It was talking. Maybe that machine who sent us here knows something about this. We should try asking her.
Oh, it's you again. We have a question about the machines in the canyon. Yes, very dangerous. You should avoid them. Actually, we already took care of them. You what? I see. Then perhaps they could finally reach heaven. Come again? Many machines have thrown themselves into that canyon of late. They were trying to hurt themselves beyond repair. You found the remains of those who succeeded, and fought those who did not. I know not what would drive them to do such a thing, but I pray regardless that their souls might reach heaven. Here, a gift for you. Thank you for killing them. That shit's heavy, bro.
Souls in heaven, huh? Do either of those things exist?
They'll find out in the end. And so will we.
Okay, that's grim.
Whenever that song comes on, I'm always reminded of like the theme of sadness from Yakuza. You know that song. It's the same song that plays in every Yakuza game whenever there's like a touching moment. Oh, it's bright as hell. There are no mushrooms here. Where are the mushrooms?
Ready, aim, thrust. Okay, next. Put your back into it. Intruders.
Yes, I will go to Mondstadt.
Take position. Keep going.
Fuck, ow, ow, fuck, ow. Well, time to care for more animals. Greetings. You have returned to us. However, let me guess, you need more medicine. No, everyone here is fine. But there is a problem. What's going on? A pack of wild animals has recently migrated here from elsewhere in the forest. They seem to have a strong territorial instinct. They have been injuring some of the other nearby animals. Sadly, I do not have the power to stop them. I see where this is going. Oh, are you sure? We can't just let some pack of animals bully their way in here. Where are they now? Thank you. They have adopted a corner of the forest as their lair. Please be careful. Turf war.
So it's okay to kill some animals, but not others? Seems kind of arbitrary, no?
We have no right to judge. We're soldiers that were created to kill.
Yeah. So those machines had a king? But how can a concept like loyalty be understood by a machine?
128 years ago.
His Majesty is dead. The king who gave all for us. So benevolent and kind. And now he's dead. This sure is sad. It sure is. But we Royal Knights still have a mission. We placed His Majesty's memory, his final memento, into this tiny child. And now we must raise this child so he might one day be our new king. He deserves a royal upbringing. He deserves protection.
I always found that like whole like the Forest King stuff is so interesting, right? Like it's like, oh shit, are we the bad guys, right? But I guess like the concepts of good and evil in this game are not very
Wow.
black and white.
So the leader of the pack was a machine?
Oh my god.
That's the last of them. Let's go tell that machine that his animal friends are safe.
Damn, these things are huge. Well, at least let me, like, you know, get stuff off of them. Shit.
I've been thinking about the machine who was leading that pack.
Oh yeah?
It seemed less like imitation and more like actual animal behavior.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of odd. You thinking there's a reason for it?
Perhaps.
They evolved into animals? I guess a not so very foreign concept. In any case, you dispatched the wild animals. You have my case. My thanks. Now we can live here in peace. Please, take this. Do you know anything about the machine that was leading the pack? Hmm? What machine? The pack leader was a machine life form that seemed to think it was an animal. We couldn't even communicate with it. I see. But you dispatched them, yes? In that case, all is well. All is peace.
How can you love animals and yet not bat an eye at the death of a fellow machine? I do not get these guys.
Yeah.
Ready, aim, thrust of intruders. Get information now. Take position. Keep going. Don't be afraid.
Battle time. Okay. I'll be right back. Just need to go to the washroom. back. Just gonna move that over. Okay. Eagle eggs just lying on the ground. Take them.
I'll never let you pass. Die and rise.
Ow. Ow. I like how there's this moose just hanging out on the top of the wall here.
This looks like a king's castle, all right.
Don't let them go any further. Stay strong.
Time to get my shit to level 4.
Watch out for hostile enemies, 2B.
Roger
I
that,
believe it's
9.
this way.
Huh? Wait, what did you just say?
Roger that, 9S.
Wait, no, that's not what you said. You said nines. Or at least something close to.
Cut the chatter and engage the enemy.
Ah.
Oh, hey, Divismo. The little android thing, this is... It's a pod. They're meant to be like little, like support robots for the androids. I guess it's the best way to describe it. Yeah, they're called pods. I guess in video game terms, it's kind of like Navi from Ocarina of Time. But they can also shoot shit and provide information and use skills and shit, so a little bit more useful than Navi. 4 hours ago.
His Majesty hasn't grown at all. No, not in the slightest. How can we make him bigger? I don't know. We're too dumb to figure that out. Sure is a cutie, though. Yeah, so tiny and cute. Danger! Danger! Everyone, get out now! Intruders in the kingdom! Don't let them in here.
Yeah, the camera changes all the time. There's a bunch of different ones. There's also like a top-down version that they like to do sometimes. Wrong way. Was that the wrong way? No, that was the right way. Let's keep going this way. Wait. No, wrong way. Man, one cutscene later and you're completely confused. Up here. I wonder if I have enough materials to upgrade my shit here. Let's out of the way first. Yes, hello, Blacksmith Masamune. Alright. Ooh, I can get this to level 4. Oh, man, that does a lot of damage. Taking it. Yes. Ah, too bad I can't do that. I need another crushed nut. Okay, that's it for now. Let's sell some stuff here. Dagger. Well, since my combat bracers, these are way better now, so let's equip that shit. Minus 12 Fahrenheit, right? Or something like that? Yeah, I mean, like, it was negative 18 Fahrenheit consistently for like a week. A week and a half? Like we hit a cold snap and it's been shit for a while, but it's warming up, so that's good. And yeah, we have insulation for sure. Like if we didn't, it would be pretty fucked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you imagine not having that? Damn. Dying. Oh.
Protect the king without a million lives. Don't get that thing lynched. All hail the king. That's an abomination.
Oh, pray and continue. I prayed for Streb. So many drops. Taking all of them. So sorry, Forest King.
Is this their king?
It's fucked up. But we knew that already.
2B, that's an android. A Yorha-type android.
Alert. This unit is currently wanted by Yorha. Annihilation
In the next couple
recommended.
years. I will answer that in a
Annihilation?
minute.
But why?
Let's go, 9S.
2B?
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive known as A2. What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But she's...
She deserted us. She's destroyed multiple pursuit androids. Now kill her before she kills you.
Why? Why did you betray us?
Command is the one that betrayed you.
Let's go after her, 2B.
Hello,
Damn,
Moose.
she got away. Operator, this is 9S. Patch me through to the commander.
Roger that, 9S.
I'm sorry, Commander. We failed to defeat the fugitive.
I see. Well, at least you're both safe. That's an incredibly powerful unit you just faced. You should probably keep your distance in the future.
Commander, why did A2 desert the Force?
I'm afraid that's classified.
Oh? Huh. 2B,
Yeah?
let's go ask Pascal about A2. He might know something.
All right.
Whether in wind or rain, thunder or snow, or even amidst the rising flames of war, they were always together. They never understood why, and yet they spent their lives nestled together. Forever. Forever and ever.
Pascal? This is 9S.
Oh, you survived. How wonderful.
Yeah, we're fine. But there's something we want to ask you about.
Of course. Anything.
Actually, it needs to be in person.
Understood. I'll open the gate we built to deter enemy invaders. You'll be able to reach the village through there.
Okay, in the next couple of years? That's hard to say because we don't know much beyond, like, maybe 2022. There's only, like, speculation. But I would imagine, let's see, very much looking forward to God of War Ragnarok. We already know that. Spider-Man 2 as well. Breath of the Wild 2? Yeah. I would say Breath of the Wild 2, but I was also going to be like, yeah, Bayonetta 3 as well, but then Bayonetta 3, we only had like a... We don't have any information about it. So... Yeah, like the Breath of the Wild sequel will be very, very dope. But definitely Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2. Like, Ragnarok Mostly because, like, it's continuing off of a fantastic story. Spider-Man is just, it's Spider-Man, right? And I had just played Miles Morales, and yeah, like, that stuff is gonna be sick. So, I think those would be my top 3 for now, but that might change, right? Like, let's say that they announce a Silent Hill remake or whatever, like a new entry to that, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's going right up there.
That must be the gate Pascal opened for us.
We have been expecting you. Pascal told us about you. We will open the gates. Please pass through. We will continue to stand guard.
I mean, if Rockstar ever gets on it, I'd very much like to play another GTA. I love GTA, right? So I think that would be great. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that Silent Hill stream. And I've been wanting to do something similar. Like, Nier Automata has a lot for me to talk about, but it's really hard for me to talk about this game because, like, there's some people that have been watching that haven't played all the way through the end. So it's kind of difficult to be like, yeah, so this is the reason why this is happening. It's harder to talk about. It's definitely more of a game that, like, I want people to kind of experience simply by watching the events unfold. But yeah, Silent Hill was a lot of fun. It was just there's a good reason why I consider that one of my favorite games of all time.
I'm surprised you wish to speak with me personally. Whatever is the matter?
It'll be faster if you just take a look at this recording.
I see. Information about this A2 android is indeed contained within our archives. We all understand her to be rather dangerous. However, she's never visited our village in person. My apologies. That's all the information I have.
I see. All right, thanks.
Let's stay sharp and head back to the resistance camp. We should run a check on our consciousness data and resupply.
We will do that after I finish some quests. Yeah, if they announce, like, that so-called rumored Silent Hill game, then I would flip shit. And I would probably have a lot to talk about for that one if and when it comes out. Because I would be endlessly comparing it to, you know, the good games.
9S, why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Though I suppose such intense curiosity can be admirable, in its own way.
Oh, you know what? Add Final
Thanks,
Fantasy
2B.
16 to the
machines
list.
are the enemy. Don't forget it.
I want to say that Final Fantasy 16
Operator
is like a
210
top
to
one.
9S. This is your regularly scheduled contact.
Yeah, no problems here.
Copy that. I also need to inform you that the Commander offers her personal praise for your recent achievements. As a direct result, we are currently considering boosting production of your model.
Really? I'm happy to hear it. I couldn't have done it without your support, Operator. You're always so cool under fire, not to mention beautiful and...
Flattery is unnecessary. Operator 210 out.
I really meant it, though.
Yeah, so, like, if they ever make a Silent Hill... What was I talking about? It was Silent Hill... Final Fantasy 16, yeah. So, I know you said top 3, but there's a lot of games I'm looking forward to. And 16 looks fantastic, and it's going to be helmed by a fantastic director, producer, and team. So I'm pretty excited to see how that one turns out. Does Silent Hill have a big following? I would say yes. So Silent Hill, I don't think will do nearly as big as something like, say, a Call of Duty or whatever, something mainstream. But it has enough of a cult following to do some pretty decent numbers for a project of smaller size. It's also got, like, brand recognition. Like, Silent Hill is such a respected name in survival horror. When you consider Silent Hills 1 to 3, right? And they never really reached those glory days. A lot of fans and newcomers are just so, like, thirsty for more Silent Hill, and we have yet to get that, right? We were this close. We were gonna get something super, super amazing with the Silent Hills from Kojima and company, right? Until, like, that whole mess happened. It would have been fantastic. I am certain it would have been fantastic, but we never got that, right? Instead, we got like a bunch of shitty American, Eastern European Silent Hill games and a portable Diablo-like and just a bunch of crap that just, like, never really brought that franchise back from the dead. But rumors have been circulating, and they're pretty decently strong rumors that a Silent Hill remake. Well, okay, so the rumors are that there's a new entry to the franchise that will be cross-platform, and there's a Sony PS5 exclusive Silent Hill game being made. What that means, I don't know. Those are the current rumors. But if it's not true, then whatever, right? Like, we continue to pine after a franchise that's never gonna be brought back. At the very least, I have Resident Evil to go to. At least I have Resident Evil. But yeah, it's I think there's plenty of demand for a Silent Hill game, especially whenever you see that stuff. Let's start this. Wow, that is a lot of enemies. Especially when you see people talk about franchises that they miss, or whenever there's, like, rumors about this kind of stuff. There's always rumors about Silent Hill, and people really, really want to be in on it, right? Like, every time they hear rumors about Silent Hill, people get really excited. So I think there's demand for it. But my view of what demand is might be completely different to what a company as big as, say, Konami sees it as. Maybe they see that it's not going to be worth making another game. And that is usually the case for this kind of stuff. It sucks, but that's just how it is. A marketing job related to gaming? I would love a marketing job related to gaming. In fact, that might be where I'm going to be heading down. Who knows? Because I am gaining experience with digital marketing right now. With my current job. So if I can get experience, and if there's a game company that hires for maybe a marketing specialist or social media, that kind of stuff, then at the very least I can do it, right? So who knows? Well, we'll have to see. That being said, I was considering going back into doing some, like, personal projects, like writing up small articles for myself, talking about video games, and I think I would like to do that. I just need to find the time. Like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe I want to draft up, like, a little PDF, a PDF document talking about my top 10 games of all time, and, like, you know, make it look fancy and have my own, like, writing down or something. Because I used to, like, want to do blogging for, like, video games and stuff, but I never really found the consistency or the time for something like that. But let's say if I do want to go into video games and video game marketing, I should probably have a portfolio that reflects something as such. Yeah. Thank you. That means a lot to me. But, like, I feel... I guess I should look into it sometime down the line. It's just that around my city, there's not a lot of people hiring for video game marketers or video game related stuff. Maybe in the future. I might have to look into places like, you know, Montreal, Vancouver, Edmonton, or even like just suck it up and move to the States. But I don't want to move to the States. I don't want to move to the States. I like Canada. We'll see. We'll see. Head over to forest photo. This was a waterfall in the forest. I think I stumbled onto it one day when I was lost. But how did I get there in the first place? Now I remember. These aren't just photos, they're bits of data from my beloved. 8 years ago, we were attacked by machines and fought a pitched battle. My love was killed, and many of my memories were lost. This must have been his final message for me. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to me. Now it's not much, but please take this. Honestly, I've been thinking a lot recently about whether it's worth it to continue living. This data is telling me that I need to continue on. And yet, what's the point of a world where my love is gone? What's the point of living? Come on, Annis, let's go. What other quests were there? What? There was another one there? Shit. Damn it. The Halfwood Inventor, Parade Escort. Okay, let's go talk to the machine Engels, and then do that Parade Escort again. There is that one company that opened up in Calgary recently. Well, not opened up, but moved their offices over. New World Gaming, the guys behind Insurgency. But they're not hiring for anyone related to communications or marketing, so... Wah, wah. Edmonton has like a small hub for video game developer stuff. But it's like, I think BioWare is where the main team is. For the most part, Canada has, I think like Montreal and Vancouver are like the big places for video game developers. Marketing for BioWare would be a fucking trip. It would be so difficult. Oh boy. You know what I would love to do though? Or maybe, you know what? Move to I think it's somewhere in Ontario. Work for the guys who do Warframe. That would be cool. I think a dream job would be to become like a community manager like Rebecca Ford. That would be a lot of fun. Thank you for visiting me previously. How are you? I am, as one says, trucking along. Does one actually say that? I have been reading through humanity's records to keep myself occupied. This has led me to a question. Shoot. What is night? Night? You must mean the cyclical cycle of light and dark that used to exist. The records mentioned that, did they? The sun never leaves the sky anymore, but apparently it used to descend below the horizon for hours at a time. When that happened, it was like looking out of one of the bunker's windows. I didn't know that. I would like to see stars sometime. Engels is like... He's always been such a fascinating character to me. Because it's a machine that we've fought like twice. only because that's what it was built for. But now that it's like sitting there and not really being able to do anything, it starts to learn more about humanity and about life and discovers more about existence. Now he's kind of like, just kind of chilling, you know? Now he's got dreams. He has wishes. Which company would you say is the most respected and established that you would be enthusiastic about? I would be very enthusiastic to work with Nintendo, actually. Despite my rants and raves about Nintendo having like some of the worst like customer well, not customer. What's the word I'm thinking of? God, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's also anti-consumer practices. Like their games, I really like their games. Right? I could talk about their games all the time. I could easily be very enthusiastic about their games. If not them, I would like to work with, I don't know, maybe like a Sony first-party company. Probably not Naughty Dog. Insomniac would be cool. Insomniac, I think, is like well-respected, and they have like a huge repertoire of games. Capcom would be fun too, actually. I like Capcom stuff. Like, Capcom has such a huge library of games and like such a huge history that I think that I would like really, really enjoy doing something with them too. Yeah, I think those would be like my tops that I can think of. I really like Naughty Dog games, but like I wouldn't want to work for them. Oh, who else would be really cool? Yacht Club. Like maybe if I'm thinking like smaller indie devs as well, Yacht Club would be really cool to work for. Like Yacht Club. Or Digital Devolver. Yeah. I mean Devolver Digital. Yeah, those guys. Oh, I would work with them so hard. Those guys are a great publisher. And they bring out like a bunch of different games all the time, all sorts of things. So, yeah, I think those guys would be cool too. I've always thought about Square Enix as well, but I feel like I don't... It would have to be specific teams within Square. Same with the Capcom. Like, if I were to work with Capcom, it would be like, I guess like, you know, the Monster Hunter guys, the Resident Evil guys... who knows, right? But like Square, same thing. Perhaps Final Fantasy. I would like to work with Yoko Taro, see what kind of crazy shit he comes up with, and try to market that. Ah, it's you. I'm afraid I was simply no longer able to deal with it. Platinum Games! Oh, I would work with Platinum Games easy. Those guys are great. Would you want to work for a variety developer or a specific genre? I have no preference. I mean, for example, like my current company that I'm working with, we're a small company, but we have like a variety of clients. Like, not only am I talking, I primarily talk about Ferrari, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo at the moment because that's our primary dealership that we work with, our client. But we have other clients, right? We have like window protection clients. We have car paint protection. which I know they're both car related, but still. There's a laser tag joint. We recently picked up a new client that does mirror repair and mirror framing. There's other places like Calgary Jewelry, which is like a luxury jeweler's place. So like I could, for what I do, like for digital marketing and like copywriting and stuff like that, I have to be able to do a lot of variety. It just all kind of comes down to how well I can research this stuff and find information to write about it. So if I worked for a developer that did variety, that's fine. That's cool. But I have no... I don't think I have, like, any preference for that kind of stuff. I think that's why, like, if I worked with Nintendo, it would be really cool to work with Nintendo because they have a huge variety of things that I could write about. But realistically speaking, I wouldn't be working with just a centralized team to do marketing. It would probably be like, you know, one of their development houses. And I'd be very likely to be appointed to, like, market a single game, right? And considering where I am career-wise, I wouldn't be in charge of anything. I'd be the guy, like, being told what to do and what to market. But knowing that, like, considering that I played Nintendo games for, like, my entire life, and I know their franchises really well, I know their characters, I know what their, like, market is. I could probably, like, market whatever the fuck that they throw at me and, like, see how that goes, right? I'm afraid I was simply no longer able to deal with it. Joy? Love? What is the point? Happiness wasn't going to keep me from getting killed now, was it? You wish to know where the rest of the paraders went? They took off on some kind of journey. To bring joy to the ends of the earth, was their cry, if I remember correctly. I lost contact with them once they reached the deep desert. I imagine they're now dead by the side of some road. No doubt, they were rambling on about love and happiness to the bitter end. What madness. Wait, does that, Oh, okay. I guess that was the end of the parade quest line. Kind of ends in a very downer note, but whatever. That robot gave up on love and kindness, but his comrades didn't. His comrades continued. Time to talk to Engels again. What's going on? You seem pretty low, even by machine standards. My lifespan's expiration period is drawing to a close. Are you asking us to repair you? Because that's a pretty selfish request. No, do not repair me. Huh? I have been thinking about something. Do you remember when you spoke of sin? You were right to call it so. I killed many of your kind, killed androids beyond counting. It meant nothing while I was connected to the network. But now I understand. I know the anguish it has caused you. I must atone. Wait, are you... My existence is ending. I am dying. Please take my parts and use them elsewhere. Farewell, androids. Ah!
Wow.
Rest in peace, Engels.
It just chose death.
We're no different.
Huh? How so?
We've destroyed machines beyond counting. Perhaps someone sees that as a sin.
To be.
F in chat for our boy Engels. He was a good boy. Well, sort of. He's good up until a point. How much does this HP give? HP plus 6. 24! Damn. That is huge, but it increases my health by 50% though. God damn. Fast cooldown plus 6. Cooldown time by 25%. I think I'm fine. I think I'm doing alright so far. Need to build up the special diamond chips. I guess so. I guess so. Like, ranged attack up. Resilience. Hijack boost. Overclock I could probably boost up a bit. Eh, it's fine. I feel like I'm, like, beefy enough that, like, it doesn't really matter too much. At least not on this difficulty setting. I guess there's, like, another quest I could do here. So I should head back to, Pascal's village. Also, the Halfwood Inventor still needs money. You know, I was recently playing, because I picked up Mario 3D World on the Switch. I like Mario 3D World. Good game. But when I'm playing that game, I'm, like, filled with this, like, sense of, like, wow, I really like Mario games, right? I would like to market for Mario. He is a mascot that is equivalent to Mickey Mouse in terms of, like, brand recognition. So I think that would be really cool to market for him. But yeah, like, I don't know, Mario games, they're just kind of fun, right? They are just like purely unadulterated fun. And each entry, especially in the 3D Mario games, they're all just super. They're all just so special and so interesting and so unique to one another. Personally, I love Odyssey. I think Odyssey is one of the best games that they've ever made, and Galaxy 2, which I hope that they make not a sequel, but like at least bring it to the Switch. I like Galaxy 1, but Galaxy 2 is so much better. Yeah, he's just a character that everyone knows, right? And on top of that, they could do all sorts of things with him. Like, he's got karting, party games. He's in Smash Bros. He's got an RPG series. Tennis, sports. What do you think about Mario Sunshine? I think Mario Sunshine was good. Mario Sunshine, I think, because of Flood, the backpack, well, the spray backpack or whatever. I think Mario Sunshine, out of all the 3D Mario games, has the most advanced movement techniques out of all of them. He can do so much with that it's really, really impressive. The only other game that I can think of that rivals that would be Odyssey, and that's because Odyssey has the Cappy mechanics. But even with Cappy, it's nowhere near as crazy technical-wise as Sunshine. So, that being said, Sunshine is quite good. I thought it was quite good. I feel like a lot of people consider it like the black sheep of that like franchise, but I don't know. I think it's quite good. It is finally complete, the greatest invention of this or any generation. Or it was meant to be. Sadly, I have failed. It was meant to be a launch tower for sending rockets to the very moon itself. And while the craft it launched did soar into the lofty darkness of outer space, it regrettably did not reach the moon. Instead, it landed on Mars. It's also damnably frustrating. I am the world's foremost genius, after all. Never before have I sipped the bitter brew of defeat. Still, all is not lost. I'll gladly sell you some of the materials the rocket carried back from that red and desolate planet. Wear the alien mask. This fucker. Well, you know what? I should be wearing, like, all those skins, huh? Let's see. So what do we got here? Oh yeah, the machine mask. Blue ribbon, pink ribbon. Retro gray, retro red. Cardboard. Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah, Flood actually, like, is undoubtedly the best, extra layer to a Mario platformer. Oh, maybe I should equip Grimoire Weiss instead. Or the PlayStation Pod. Grimoire Weiss. I'll equip that one instead. Yeah. Now we're near. This alien mask is something else. Machine mask instead. There we go. Or like even marketing for a Legend of Zelda game would be super fantastic. Because Zelda is also one of those franchises that like has huge amounts of pull. Now, personally, I'm a Metroid fan. I love Metroid, but I am never going to see Metroid reach the same level of popularity as Zelda or Mario. And that makes me sad, because I fucking love Metroid. And to be fair though, I did think the same thing about Fire Emblem for a while. I loved Fire Emblem, and I thought that franchise was never going to reach, like, huge popularity. Until Fire Emblem Awakening, which is fan-fucking-tastic. If you have a 3DS, I highly recommend you go play that, and if not, and if you have a Switch, just go play Fire Emblem 3 Houses, sorry. But, yeah. Metroid, though, damn, I wish Metroid was handled better, but it's not Nintendo's fault, it's, I forgot who it was, he's like the director for it. He kind of doesn't understand what people want from Metroid. He seems to be one of those, like, really old men set in their ways kind of thing. Like, I just want to be able to play another 2D Metroid. in the same vein as Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission or whatever, right? Or even just give me Metroid Prime 4. Just give me Metroid Prime 4. That's all I ask. Hell, even just give me Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Switch, and I would be very happy. But we're not getting that. No way are we ever gonna get that. Nintendo seems to be much more focused on other franchises now than Metroid. I would also like a more complicated Kirby game. I like Kirby games, but they're not very complicated to play. So, like, as someone who used to really like playing the Kirby games, nowadays, like, they're just too easy that I kind of like, yeah, this is charming, but I need some more stimulation, you know? Anyway. Hey, friend, did you hear all them rumors about that place with the trees and the bushes and the leaves and the castle built by the first Machine King and the old big treasure? Big old treasure? What's in there locked behind doors or gates or moats or whatnot? And you wonder if what it could be. And boy, howdy, I'd love to find out and see for it myself, don't you know? What? Analysis. The machine lifeform believes there is a treasure located in the Forest Kingdom. Proposal. 9S should investigate. Man, you know what? I was thinking about doing a, like a retro games week or month or something like that. I think that would be really cool. But then I was like, well, what do I consider retro? I consider, you know, the NES, SNES, and PS1 eras to be retro. But then, now that I think about it, I'm like, shit, PS2 is considered retro now. And I was like, but then does that mean like PS3 is also considered sort of retro? Like at what point does retro... What is retro but like here's the thing though, like is retro is retro defined by age or by mechanics? Because there's some games on the PS3 that obviously, while they are older, they still play very modern. Right? Like, I could go back and play Halo 3 and still consider that to be pretty modern in gameplay. Whereas if I went back and played GoldenEye, I'd be like, holy shit. Right? Like, holy goddamn shit. This has been a while. Yeah, Kirby's great, and Kirby also has a lot of room to explore their stories and lore, which I'm gonna share with you a thing here. Hold on a sec. If you're really into like Kirby and you want to know like Kirby lore, here, check out this playlist by this guy called Wooly Versus. he's a diehard Kirby fan. Among other things, he's also like a variety guy, but like He does like some deep dives into Kirby lore here, and it's pretty fantastic. So I would definitely give it a look. So like if I'm thinking like, oh, if I want to do a retro stream, I'd consider like doing.
Analysis. This part belongs to a.
So it's...
While lacking in value, it made a proposal. It should be
Confiscated for safety. I mean, like I'd probably do like, you know, SNES games. Maybe do some SNES, but I'd also like play around with Game Boy games. Like I think once I get my analog pocket and I can plug that in HDMI and all that stuff, then I can play a bunch of like old Game Boy games that I loved back in the day. So I think that shit would be great. Retro video games. Retro video games month. That might be something I'll consider. Or even just a straight up Game Boy Advanced month. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. That stuff's great. Kirby and his design as a bubble? Well, actually, I think that's one of his strengths. So one of the reasons why he was designed the way he is primarily to be as family friendly as possible. But because he's such like a plain design, you can do all sorts of creative things with him when he copies other abilities, right? So he kind of gets like visual upgrades for all sorts of stuff. It's why when you see him, it's why when you see his designs in Smash Bros. It's why in Smash Bros. Trailers, whenever they reveal a new character, they also show off Kirby's design, right? Like recently with the Sephiroth reveal, they were like, "This is what he looks like when he eats Sephiroth," and that's a pretty smart way to do it, because, well, everyone wants to know what Kirby looks like when he eats something, right? And because he's such a plain-looking character, it kind of works in his favor. It makes it so that you can transition his design into all sorts of different ways without having to waste too much time on it. Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing, though. My opinion on retro games is that retroism comes from mechanics and gameplay more than it does from platform. Like, if you were to go back and play the original Dragon Quest, for example, and compare it to, let's say you were a kid that played the first, that knew his first RPG as Chrono Trigger on the SNES, the difference in mechanics are fucking huge and massive, and the way the game looks and plays and all that stuff, right? I feel like the retroism of something from the PS3 era compared to modern day PS5, the difference is way more negligible. Like, for fuck's sake, The Last of Us 1 is still a very modern game, despite coming out at the end of the PS3's life cycle. You could say the same thing about stuff like, you know, going back to play something like the Uncharted games on the PS3 or Infamous, right, and compare them to some of the modern games that we have now. Mechanically speaking, they could all be very modern games, right? So I feel like when it comes to video games, as much as like how genres are, mechanics speak more than age of platform. So what I mean by that is that, yeah, the PS3 is a retro console, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the games themselves are retro. Does that make any sense? At least it's how I think about it. Like you go back and play the original the Tomb Raider remake, which came out on the PS3, I believe. Was it on the PS3 or was it the PS4? And you compare that to the original Uncharted, there's very not much that was like different, mechanically speaking. It looks better, but it still fundamentally plays very similarly.
Analysis. This part belongs to a machine life form.
So it's just a bunch of junk?
While lacking in value, it may be connected to the supposed treasure of the Forest Kingdom. Proposal. It should be confiscated for safekeeping.
And that being said, I think there's like also some there are some PS2 games that I would consider very modern in its in their mechanics. But that I feel like the PS2 was the last of the truly retro consoles. PS2, GameCube, Xbox One, original Xbox, I mean. Like those were probably like the last of the truly retro. Like, and you know what's crazy? Resident Evil 4, despite being like super old, like it came out on the fucking GameCube first, I think in 2004 or whatever. That game's like 16 years old, but it still plays really well in modern day, right? You could go back and play something like Devil May Cry 3 or yeah, Devil May Cry 3 or God of War 1 and 2, and those still play really, really well on the PS2. Final Fantasy X is still quite good. In fact, like these games all have HD remasters on these current consoles that are super good. Now, I feel another thing about retro games is that like I feel like HD remasters kind of really indicate the retroness of a game as well. Because like we don't see any quote-unquote HD remasters of, say, Link to the Past, right? I would love a remake. I would love a remaster of Link to the Past. You know, full, like, maybe like 1080 with the same looks, just upscaled, right? It doesn't have to be anything fancy, I just want to be able to play it again. But, because that's considered like a much older game, they're more than likely to do like a 3D remake to improve on its visuals, its presentation, and probably like introduce some of the more modern Zelda gameplay to it or something like that, but yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I mean, like, Kirby has always been primarily meant to be, like, a family-friendly character, so I can totally see why he doesn't, attract an older audience. But same thing could be said about, like, Mario, right? Like, Mario is meant to be a quintessential family-friendly mascot, yet he can attract attention from like even the most hardcore of gamers.
Analysis.
So
Analysis. Machine life form parts can be assembled in some fashion. Processing complete. Machine life form parts can be assembled into a key. Proposal. Initiate search for a door that matches the key.
And yet Mario has, like, all sorts of types that they could do with him, too, right? So, I don't know. It's hard to say. It really just comes down to what a person wants to do with their game, I guess. Like, the creative directors, or whatever the hell. Like, okay, here's another weird example. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, let's take Five Nights at Freddy's, for example. Those character designs are not kid-friendly, like, at all. I do not think they are kid-friendly, yet kids flock to that game. Right?
Keyhole detected. A corresponding key will likely be required.
I suppose they could think of something. But that's whether or not they want to do it, you know? Nintendo, as a company, are very, very protective of their IPs and how their IPs are presented. So, if they really don't want Kirby to be, like, part of the mature audience, then they will not do it, ever. Which, you know, means you can't really do too much, but whatever. Whoa. And here is the grave of the original Forest King. You don't know who Slender Man is? Huh. Fascinating. Slender Man is weird. Slender Man was originally like a copy pasta character that the internet created. And it blew up because, well, with anything popular and creepy, people just like, you know, started making more stories around the character. There was also like that famous Slender Man augmented reality or something like that. I can't remember. It's like a AR game that people made where like you have to go to real life locations or follow this guy doing like a video found footage documentary of Slender Man or whatever, right? And yeah, it got super popular with kids. Not sure how, not sure why. Marble Hornets, that's the one. Video series, Marble Hornets. It was huge. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the Marble Hornets stuff. I had to like do a little bit of study for it during university. But Marble Hornets was huge. People were really into it. And they were short YouTube videos, too. They were, like... The original ones were, like... Sometimes 16 seconds long, 44 seconds long. They varied, and then it blew up. They started turning into, like, big, long, like, 2-hour-long tapes and shit like that. And it was all about, you know, a guy looking for Slender Man or something like that. It's pretty crazy. It was a viral hit, Marble Hornets, and that's because it was using Slender Man as its as inspiration. And then Slender Man started to like create video games like Slender Man The Arrival, I think, was one of the famous ones. I think a lot of Slender Man's popularity, personally, I think a lot of Slender Man's popularity came from, yeah, that's the one, 8 Pages. I think that was the original one, right? It came from the original video game, which was like a really low-quality, shitty indie game. I played it a bit, which was like you're stuck in a forest, you're being chased by a single Slender Man entity, and you had to pick up 8 pages in the forest to complete the game without getting caught by Slender Man. It was pretty difficult. Not gonna lie. But that game blew up because YouTubers in that era jumped onto that bandwagon, and, you know, you get people like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all that stuff, like, playing it for, you know, their horror stuff, and people like watching those because their reactions are funny, and they like watching them get really scared, etc., etc. And I think that's part of the reason why that blew up, because those bigger YouTubers definitely, you know, target younger audiences, and therefore those kids start to, you know, be a lot more interested in stuff like that. And I feel like that's also very similar to how Five Nights at Freddy's gained its popularity with younger children, because these YouTubers pick it up, right? And that instantly, I believe, as well, that's one of the catalysts for how marketing for these video games has changed a ton. Because now it's like, if we can get, like, one of these big YouTubers to market our game for us, or, like, somehow get them to pay attention to it, then, like, that's free marketing, right? Like, if we could get them to recommend our game, then, oh my god, right? Like, it's the same thing with, like, Among Us was a recent example. Among Us was out for quite a while, but it wasn't until, like, a bunch of streamers and YouTubers picked it up that it gained massive popularity, and now it's, like, one of the biggest games in the world, and kids love playing that game, right? They're playing it on, like, their phones and shit all the time now. It's crazy. Crazy.
What's this?
Minecraft had similar stuff. Like, Minecraft YouTubing was, like, a career in itself. And I know a lot of people, I believe there's a lot of people that, like, base their careers on Minecraft content creation. Like, making their own custom storylines, and having characters, and having people act out in situations. Like, back when I did, like, a very small part-time job in video transcription and writing out subtitles, there was a series of videos that I was subtitling for this one YouTube channel that did just Minecraft stuff. But their Minecraft stuff was, like, it was scripted. There were cartoon characters, original cartoon characters. All of them had personalities. All of them had, like, a storyline, and everyone acted as if they were in a cartoon, and it was almost like watching one of those, like, early, like you wake up and you watch, like, a Saturday morning cartoon, essentially. That's what the feeling I got from that was. And obviously that was a big channel. Like, kids ate it up, and there's, like, fan art of, like, their characters and stuff, even though it's just Minecraft. Take another step back. Let's go a little bit further back, and the machinima era and Halo was also a big thing for a lot of early content creators on YouTube. Halo, while it was already massively successful with the introduction of, like, you know, like, Rooster Teeth basically managed to get their start with the whole red versus blue stuff. And that was just using Halo 1 models, right? And eventually, as it grew up, and when we got to, like, Halo 3 and, like, the stuff with, like, the Forge and shit, people started making crazier shit and crazier content related around Halo. And that blew up, and now Rooster Teeth is one of the biggest production companies on YouTube. Hell, there's, like, I remember back in the day when Machinima was still around, I used to watch, there was one called Arby and the Chief. I loved Arby and the Chief. That was a lot of fun. And that was just a guy playing around with, like, action figures of Master Chief and Arbiter, but with little bits of, Halo in-game footage thrown into it. But it was genius. Like, during this time, back in that day, like, people were doing, like, low-budget content creation that blew the fuck up. Another one. if we're gonna go even further back than that, there was the Freeman's Mind, which was based off of Half-Life 2, right? Which was, let me see, yeah, Freeman's Mind. It was a long-running series of a guy making like funny content based around Gordon Freeman, a silent protagonist, but basing it around like this is what he's probably thinking, right? But yeah, crazy.
Some kind of writing.
It reads, "Here lies the king of our forest. Alert. Storage media found. Digitization and saving complete."
Wait, so is this the treasure?
We found an archive. Let's take a look at it. Oh, I guess it's in Intel. Here lies the Forest King, Ernst. This exalted individual was the earliest among us to awaken to his own will, and for this reason did we name him our regent. Looking to sow the seed of this will in others, His Highness distributed his own precious parts. His retainers were the first to be so blessed, followed by his subjects, and in doing so, he brought forth a paradise, one made for machines alone. Through his gifts did we learn of the thing called ego, and eventually of ourselves. And just as ego gives way to emotion, so did emotion lead us to feel great loyalty to our king. But our king was too great and too kind. Having distributed his parts, it became difficult for him to function, and he soon fell into a deep and silent sleep. Now the only path for us, his loyal vassals, is to construct a kingdom of eternal peace, one which lives up to the magnanimous heart of our king. And so, as a sign both of our resolve and our gratitude, we leave in this place a chip made from our combined parts. Your spirit lives on in us, O great king, and so we implore you to rest in peace. The Forest Kingdom, its citizens, as one. So yeah, like this 9S playthrough, more than anything makes you question the morality of, you know, everything. Because it's like, oh, the Forest King was a benevolent creature that, like, you know, showed his people how to live properly and freely and all that stuff. And he was so well respected that they continued to protect him after death. But in 2B's playthrough, the very first playthrough we do, you're just like, machines! They gotta go! Right? So coming back to this, you're just kind of like, wow, I feel bad for doing this. This sucks. But you can't progress without actually completing these things, so not much you can do. Very late. You guys rock. You rock! Well, you have a good night. You should definitely come and watch our stream tomorrow, because there's going to be a very special Valentine's Day stream. You don't want to miss out on that one! I'll tell you now. Oh, yeah. 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 It's gonna be... I'm certain it's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's also gonna be like really awful. So like, yeah, come on in. You will enjoy. You have a good night though. We'll see you next time. Oh hey, you found the record of the king of the forest. Gosh, that's swell. That's really swell. And I guess you defeated his royal guard for me too. Huh, gosh, thanks. Thanks a lot, C, because I can't really talk so good if you haven't noticed, which maybe you did, and everyone else pretty much won't talk to me because of it. And who cares about that Forest Kingdom idea anyway? And who does that dumb king think he is? And all of them guys are better off dead anyhow. Ha ha ha, so thanks. Again for making all them guys extra dead, because they were a bunch of idiots, and who gives two bolts about them. And here, take this for all your work. Because they had it coming, 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 they had it coming. These quests really like to kind of like, wow, okay, so everyone kind of like they really like to do the downer ending, right? Like, not a downer ending, but more like, wow, this guy is secretly a crazy person, or like secretly a dick. I guess it kind of goes in line with how Yoko Taro likes to do his, like, writing. A lot of nihilism.
Oh, 2B. Your timing is impeccable. Our android forces currently have a carrier deployed in the Pacific Ocean. It should be back here to resupply before too long. The Resistance is assisting with the mission, so I'd like to ask you to run a little guard duty.
Seriously?
Dead serious. There's a stockpile of missiles down at the shoreline that needs to be loaded on the carrier. And with all the machine activity lately, we need to stay on our toes. Of course, if you're already working on something for Yorha, I don't mind if that takes priority. Anyway, thanks in advance.
Oh yeah, we gotta do this quest too. Because now we're getting to the point of no return. Well, not no return, but getting to the point where, like, you know, if we don't do this, we're not gonna be able to do it ever again.
I know it's our job and all, but these resistance types sure do use and abuse us, don't they? It's like they see us as a couple of gophers or something.
No complaining about your work. Exchanging information with the Resistance is a vital part of our mission. Besides, being a gopher is safer than being locked in combat all the time. Not dying beats dying any day.
Yeah, that's true.
Came to the wrong area.
can't believe the size of the commercial facility. The people of the old world must have led pretty good lives. I bet it was fun to shop back when you had so many choices.
We don't need such things.
Don't be so sure about that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do. We'll enter a new age of peace. And when that happens, we should go shopping together. I could buy you, I don't know, a t-shirt maybe? Something that looks good on you.
A t-shirt?
What, not interested?
When that day comes, I'm all for it.
That's a promise, right?
Yep.
Looks like that's the last of them. Good work. Resistance should be able to set up camp now. Right, let's head back and give them the good news. Was there ever a reason explained why all the scouting units were male and the battle units and operators were female? Or is that just Yoko Taro being like, I like big butts. So, I like strong women. It's Yoko Taro. Yeah, I figured as much. Looks like we're clear to set up in the forest. Thank you. I'll let you know if you need anything further. Well, not to brag, but we are state-of-the-art units. Not like the A2 or those other old A2? Attacker number 2? You know her? No, not... I'm sorry, can I ask one more favor of you? Can you give me any information you have of that old A2 Yorha unit? Anything at all. That's funny, we've been trying to find more information ourselves. Why are you asking? I just need to be sure about something. Where do we go for more information?
She wants intel on A2, does she? Where should we start?
We could check out the energy reactions generated during battles. The fusion reactors of androids and machine life forms shut down when they're destroyed. And we can detect the energy release during that process. We're the only units doing any combat missions in this area, right? So if we detect any stray energy reactions, it probably means A2 is involved. Yeah, okay. We've got some readings around the abandoned factory. I'll put it on the map.
M Squad used to test if male or female androids were more efficient. They didn't get along and fought each other. Ah, interesting.
Look.
That's A2's handiwork, I bet. But I'm not picking up any sign of A2 herself. What in the world?
Pod, help me out here.
Analysis. It is believed to be a data log related to Yorha Unit A2.
What's the data?
The data log has been irreparably damaged. Further analysis is impossible.
Why do a bunch of machines have A2's data?
Hey, 2B, I'm picking up other reactions. We should check them out.
The real answer is ass. You gotta get that fat ass. Get that fat ass everywhere. I like how every other like game developer or like creator or whatever is just like, yeah, like we made her look this way because like, you know, stuff about her past and armor and whatever lore, and then Yokotaro's like, I just like asses. like if you guys are still drawing hentai of 2B, please send it to me. Please send it to me. I will put it into my share drive folder. It's the same as the Senran Kagura guys too, right? The Senran Kagura guys are just like, we just like asses, man. Like, it's like, why do you guys gotta draw your characters like this? Is like, we just like tits' life and no, what was the quote? It's like, tits' life, ass's hometown. Tits his life, ass his hometown. That's so funny. Tits are life, ass is hometown. Which Pro ZD video were you talking about? I was hoping for you to just describe it to me, but I guess I'll open this thing too. Oh, anime fans. Oh, alright, this one, yeah. Yeah, I heard this one. I hate it. I definitely hate it. And I find it so incredibly cringy when they're like, oh yeah, like so-and-so is like, you know, best girl, she's super hot or whatever. And it's just like, but she looks like a fucking like 10-year-old. It's like, yeah, but she's not 10 though. She's like 1,000 and whatever years old. I'm like, but she also behaves like a child. I'm like, I mean, like, dude. I hate that shit. It's the worst. Oh, God. $800-year-old lolly. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude.
I think that's the last of the data chips.
Fuck off with that.
Analyze and collate the information from those chips.
Analysis complete. Dataset contains information about your high unit A2. Collating with data from other chips. Stand by. Collation complete. The contained data is a debriefing report for the Pearl Harbor descent undertaken during the 14th Machine War.
No kidding.
That operation was carried out by the York generation that came before us, right? Anyway, mission complete, I suppose. Let's get back to the Resistance camp.
Fucking, what's it called? Fire Emblem Awakening had something very similar to that, if I remember correctly. There's a character in there, which is I believe a long-standing character. Wait, no, it's not a long-standing character. In Fire Emblem Awakening, there is a character who is a dragon type or whatever, right? But she obviously lives forever, lives for a very, very long time. So she's like, oh, she's like really, really old, but she also like behaves like a fucking child. Looks like a child, behaves like a child, all that stuff. And in order to get like, you know, the special child units, quote unquote child units after the time skip in Fire Emblem Awakening. Well, not time skip, but time travel kids. Is, you know, you have to have like some characters max out their romance stats or whatever, their social link stats, so that they become couples in the future, and then, you know, their childs are also like their childs become units that you can control as part of a story. And it's like you had to get fucking some people would choose the dragon girl as like their wife or whatever, and like I don't know, man, this is always fucking weirding me out. And you also you had to do it, or else you wouldn't get like those units, right? If it wasn't her, she'd be like teaming up with another character. I always purposely tried to team her up with like another male character who was at least of similar age. But boy, you could do some fucked up like combinations there. Let me tell you what. Of course, the justification is like, oh, she's actually like thousands of years old or whatever. I'm like, I don't give a shit. She behaves like a child. And then when she's interacting with her daughter from like the future, they're both children. Oh, it is the fucking weirdest. Oh my god. Anime. At least in Genshin, like, the lollies are, like, true children. Like, Klee is a fucking child, right? Chi-Chi's, like, dead. Zombie. Diana cracks me up because she's a fucking child serving alcohol. And her story is, like she hates Diluc so much because Diluc is a, what's it called, like a bartender and like part of like Dawn Winery, and she blames Diluc and Dawn Winery for the reason why her father isn't home all the time. We found more data from A2. Take a look. It's number 2. It really is her. You know her? You're her unit number 2. She's an older model, but the same type as you. We work together. The Pearl Harbor drop? Yes. The operation itself was a success, but the Yorha fighters were completely wiped out. Their commander was number 2, A2. Have you met her? Do you know where she is? Actually, we have orders from the bunker to destroy her. What? She's a deserter. She also wiped out an entire team that was sent to bring her back. A2? No. I'm sorry, Let's go, 9S.
I wonder what that was all about. Something must have been up between Anemone and A2.
Some things just aren't easy to talk about, especially for a soldier who's been fighting that long.
I guess so.
9S,
Huh?
you might understand yourself someday.
Right.
Nope. Battle's ready. Colonel Sanders. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's above me. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Because I had to get the flight units.
There sure are a lot of hostile enemies here. Why are some machines so aggressive, while others couldn't care less about us?
My eyes. Blistering.
Why must we read all these books, brother?
Knowledge expands horizons and enriches existence.
But can't we just transfer all this data over instantly?
Into your head, perhaps, but not to your heart.
I guess. Hey, so...
Yes?
My name? Eve? This book says it's a woman's name. Shouldn't we be called Cain and Abel or something instead?
Humans wouldn't change names so easily. Besides, you should be proud of the name Eve.
Huh. Well, if that's what you think, then I'm fine with it.
Glad to hear it. Is there something else?
After we're done reading, can we go out and play? I'm sure it'll be tons of fun.
All right, but only after we're finished.
You mean it? Then I'm gonna try extra hard to finish this. Extra, extra hard!
You do that.
The bedrock here was bombed out in the last war. Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Target missile sighted.
Is that what we need to protect?
Let's take him out already so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
Androids don't need to bathe. As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Yeah!
I think that's the last of the machines.
2B, 9S, come in.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was set to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all Yorha troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well. I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
You see? Total slave driver. Whoopsh.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
If you say so.
Oh yeah, best song in the game.
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
Picking up a large-scale enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
GG
Enemy
easy.
aerial unit destroyed. Reverting back to area recon.
Wait, I'm still picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
Well, that's new.
Is that a machine?
It's freaking huge. Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
Operator 210 to 9S. Command has decided to stage a direct satellite laser strike on the hostile. We need you to destroy the enemy EMP generator so we can lock onto the target.
EMP generator? Sending the coordinates to your map now.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly. Data obtained from command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine life form is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
Confirmed elimination of electromagnetic interference. Stand by for incoming satellite laser strike.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
I'll help aim.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
I like how you only had to shoot it once on 9S's playthrough. In some ways, they make 9S's campaign like slightly shorter than 2B's. Ever so slightly. I guess it really depends on whether or not you did the side quests in 2B's
2B!
In 2B's side. But yeah, it definitely
We gotta
feels
bail, 2B.
like all the
This is
mainline
bad.
story stuff is just a tad shorter.
Are you all right, 2B? this machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land, it went berserk and began attacking everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. They eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems to be searching for a way back. Huh.
K2B, I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
Please, 2B, this is gonna work. I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
On.
Activate missile controls. Prepare to launch.
Missile controls engaged. Launchability confirmed.
Fire!
I didn't think this would be so hard to control.
Alert. Obstacle ahead. A collision at this speed is not recommended.
Well aware, thank you.
Signal lost.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
2B. 9S. Don't die on me.
The child held sway over enormous strength. But sadly, he was also a little bit broken. He spent his long days hurting those around him. He tried his best to be good and kind. But despite his efforts, things never seemed to turn out. They told him he was unwanted. They abandoned him in the deep, dark ocean. And from the cold at the bottom of the sea, he cried out, "Mother, Mother, Mother, Mother."
This is Tactical Support Unit Pod 042, assigned to 2B.
This is Tactical Support Unit Pod 153, assigned to 9S.
We pods often participate in the same battles. Exchanging our situational data would theoretically allow us to plan combat strategies in a more efficient manner. Proposal: data should be transferred regularly between Pod 042 and Pod 153.
Analysis. This idea is sound. Proposal accepted. Records will be organized in time for the next situational exchange.
Yeah, so that one little theater part, like, always made me, like... I felt bad afterwards. I was like, aw! Aw, that, the big guy was just trying. He was just a child. And if I remember correctly, it's because... The reason why it's, like, rampaging is because it was, like, scared and, like, flailing around just trying to get back to land. I find myself in a bizarre memory storage area, stretching as far as I can see. It's a maze, a labyrinth, a massive interconnected network. I've never seen anything like it. It must have been created by the machines. So then, what am I doing here? I am 9S. That's all I can remember. Large portions of my memory may have been destroyed. What if I forget everything? My memories. Myself? My... Okay, calm down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Just follow the emergency manual and execute the memory recovery program. The recovery program begins to fill in the blanks in my memory. They drift back like missing letters, filling out a word. The bunker, 2B's plan, a colossal machine life form, the last resort missile strike. Preservation mode was activated at the moment of the blast. It halted most of the safeties that the network had in place. Must have been that EMP blast. Hooked me up to the machine network too somehow. It took a while, but the recovery program managed to restore most of my memory functions. However, I still can't establish a link to my body. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do but examine the surrounding memory space. It looks like the machines gathered and stored a lot of info in here. It all seems pretty random at first, but on closer inspection, I learned how it's all connected. Uh-oh. Excuse me. There are a variety of entries, such as data on human history and philosophy. But what's really strange are the records of machines stored next to those. In the politics category are records of the machine's own governmental endeavors. They tried all sorts of things. Absolute monarchies, republics, democracies. And that wasn't all. They also engaged in other scholarly pursuits such as philosophy, mathematics, science, and social criticism. It's like the network was copying every possible human behavior and discipline. Almost as if... the machines are imitating humans? Why would they do that? I dived deeper into the records. I could find no indication of the machines creating new cultures or values. They only imitate human behavior. The strange thing is, if a unit fails, it fails in exactly the same way the next time. For example, if a machine forms a dictatorship that eventually collapses, it won't try a new type of government, it just forms a new dictatorship. Or if it plants crops and they die, it just tries the same thing again. And again, and again, and again. They keep performing the same behaviors. They don't ever learn. When it comes to combat, the machines show overwhelming adaptive behavior and evolutionary speed. So why do they insist on imitating humanity? And more specifically, why do they imitate their failures? It's almost as if the objective is failure itself. I sense a change in the data, some kind of movement. I hone my perception and hold my breath. I hear something, a distant voice. I am now all androids. There's something there, something clearly intelligent. What the heck was that? Are they talking? I announce to all androids. The words shimmer into focus. The words grow clear in my mind. It is Adam, a machine made in the image of a man. We machine life forms have evolved, he says. We made war, learned, grew, and thus we gained a new consciousness. Indeed, it is as if a new form of existence has been born. Lies. Nothing but lies from mere machines. Adam laughs. And yet you androids claim to be alive? How very odd. You are puppets who lack even your own free will. No, you're wrong. His words flow through me as though they were poured into my ear. How am I wrong, boy? I'm weird. Perhaps you have a will after all, he chuckles. Perhaps you have desires. Now you see, boy, the true meaning of life is hatred. You're wrong. A vile hatred slumbers in the depths of your heart. You're wrong. The more you try to hide it, the more that darkness grows. Wrong. 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 All who live are slaves to desire. Such internal appetites are what give our lives meaning. Some seek beauty, others serenity. For me, hatred is the I'm not like that. Haha. Oh yes, you are. You do not trust anything. You want to destroy everything. You have lost hope in everything. You want to obtain everything. You want to be loved by all. You're thinking about how much you want to be, aren't you? Reality stained by lies. Stop it. Hatred pouring into you. You're wrong, damn it. Overflowing desire. I'm not like you. Your true self. We're not the same. Help me.
Each of the machines treated their treasures with great care. One treasured family above all else. Another treasured its older sibling. Another treasured its own beauty. But one more machine treasured something unique above all else. Hate.
Is this death? So dark, so cold.
Nines! Nines.
2B.
Come on. Let's go home.
One of the endings is to run away from 9S as 2B. I think I remember that one.
Proposal. Engage memory core diagnostics.
Yeah.
A single reply is sufficient for acknowledgement.
Fine.
Memory core diagnostics complete. No issues detected.
Good.
Proposal. Engage visual sensor diagnostics.
You got it.
Visual sensor diagnostics complete. No issues detected. All checks complete.
Took long enough. Don't you think it's overkill to perform a full data overhaul?
Unit 9S was seized by the enemy and placed in a non-controlled state for an extended period of time. There is a high probability of corruption by an enemy logic virus.
All right. Cram it. Anyway, I just gotta sync up with the bunker server and then I'm out of here, right? Huh? What was that?
Unknown.
Halt the data sync.
Alert. Data synchronization is mandatory for all Yorha units.
Yeah, I know that, but we just got some kind of weird noise. Halt the data sync for 2B as well.
Affirmative.
Let's figure out where that noise came from. Just to be sure, you know? Open a port to the server. No time to examine everything. Better stick to the main data nodes.
Detected. Yorha unit storage records.
What's the point of all this heavy security? All the black box data has been deleted, but it looks like everything else is here.
Destroy the server.
Detected. Access log to Council of Humanity's lunar server.
What's a barrier doing here? Looks like records for supplies shipped to the moon. Strange. There were a ton of empty containers. That's weird. Why would they do that? Huh? A new port just opened.
Detected. Council of Humanity and Project Yorha Records Index. Alert. We are not authorized to access this data.
Man, this stuff is all wrong. I need to check this out too. An attack barrier? Really? Why the heck would they install one of those in this server? Let's see. Looks like info about how the Council of Humanity was formed as part of Project Yorha. Wait, isn't that backwards?
After a long period of battles and adventures, the prophet spoke. Oh, grant me the mercy of the land. Oh, grant me the joy of the heavens. Release me from my yoke of iron. Thus shall our souls be.
What was that? Crap! Did they find me?
Negative. Emergency backup request from 2B.
Close the server connection and activate my body.
Affirmative.
That is a,
Ah, 9S.
Operator? What
obviously
happened?
our first
We
indication that
recently
something is
detected
really
large
weird,
numbers
right?
of machine life forms throughout the factory area. We received a support request from 2B soon thereafter, but have been unable to respond due to poor reception.
All right. I'll try to gain access from the main terminal.
Well, I wouldn't say the first indication that something weird is going on, but it definitely gives you, like, an idea, right? Because it's like, what do you mean that the Council of Humanity was formed as a result of Yorha? Shouldn't it be the other way around? And, of course, we get the answer to that a little later. That being said, I don't want to, like, go too far right now, but, I will save here. Because I think by tomorrow... Well, actually, no, I can't do tomorrow. I'll do Monday. Monday's stream will be when I finish 9S's, section. So, and I'll start, ending C. And, yeah. Yeah. I think that's where we're gonna go with. So, until then, I will... see you tomorrow for a very special Valentine's Day stream sponsored by you. Yeah. Thank you for watching. It was a good session. We'll be back Monday with Nier Automata. See you in a bit. Oh, wait. Let me do this battle first. I always forget about this. All right. Yep. Thanks for watching. See you next time.